This is a huge, huge fight. This is a fight that Floyd's been asking for over the last 10 years. 10 years. Shane knows it's coming. He just don't want to admit it. The fans are truly, truly in for a great night come the 1st of May. This event is going to be the biggest fight over the last 10 years. We're going to break all kinds of records. So be sure to tune in come the 1st of May. Tickets go on sale today. Be sure to get your tickets while they last because it's going to be a hot, hot fight. What you just saw a few minutes ago is just a prelim of what's going to happen on the 1st of May. Like I said, it's a difference when you're talking about it and it looks different on the outside. But once you get your ass up in there, it's a whole different ball game. 40 have talked about it and 40 have come down the same way. And it'll be no difference come the 1st of May.
Here in a big mega fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Sugar Shane Mosley. This fight reminds me of back in the days with Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns. It reminds me of the fights we used to see, the classic fights we used to watch on TV, the exciting fights, the fights that really brought boxing back. With this fight here, Sugar Shane Mosley and Floyd Mayweather, it is like watching the Super Bowl, it is like watching the NBA championship, it is like watching the World Series. It is boxing's version of a World Series. It is the fight to watch. It is the fight to watch for this year because not only are you going to get a great event, but you're going to get a great and amazing fight. Who are you picking? Who are you picking? I just read this morning that ESPN.com had a poll and more than 90,000 people are almost split down the middle. Slight favor to Mayweather, which obviously shows you what type of competitive fight you will be watching. And I don't want to take long, but just want to thank the sponsors, Cerveza Tecate, AT&T, the Wall Tubes, and StubHub, and all the fans. Make sure you take advantage of this. Take advantage of all these coupons that these sponsors are giving you, because by the end of the day, you can watch the fight for free. Okay? So once again, thank you, MGM, HBO. And one more thing. One more thing I forgot. I fought both fighters. I fought both fighters. And I already know what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. I mean, do you want to know? Do you want to hear?
Yeah. You pick it.
Look, I already know there's going to be a knockout. I already know. I already know. I already know. And it ain't going to be pretty.
Whoa. That was a good one.
Frankie Oscar is the best at it, and that is brother Nassim Richardson. It's a pleasure for me to introduce now brother Nassim and ask him to come up to the podium.
Assalamu alaikum. Well, like I said, for every trainer, this is a great opportunity to be involved in fights of this magnitude. As Oscar said, you watch them over years in history. I've had the privilege to watch both of these young men since they were young athletes coming up. I go back to watching Floyd when he used to mix it up with a kid named Carlos Navarro, back when he was a young amateur. Most of y'all probably won't even remember that kid. Augie may not have got that one in the trials, but he cleaned it up in the box office. I sat down and watched all those sides. But right now we have an opportunity to make history here. People are going to be split down the middle. Who are you going with? Are you with Mayweather? Are you with Shane? I think Shane's been at a disadvantage in the fact that he hasn't been in the media's eye in some time now. Because, like I said, nobody wanted to fight Margarita. So, like I told Shane, I said, well, if nobody wanted to fight Margarita, what do you think now? After you run through Margarita like that, why would they want to fight you? But here's my situation as far as watching Shane and watching his athleticism. In my opinion, people kept asking me what was going on when Pacquiao and Mayweather were talking about fighting. And again, I said, listen, I come from North Philly, and it don't take $4 million to make a fight where I come from. So where I come from, I've seen people fight over $4. So in my opinion, when I see two guys, it's like a dance partner. When you go to a party, you ask a young lady to dance, and she says no, you just go to the next young lady. You don't stop and ask her, don't you like Earth, Wind and Fire? How come you're not dancing? Why won't you? You don't want to dance, do you want to dance? And Shane, good buddy of mine, love him to death, but I've told him this to his face and I've said it a million times. His eagerness to fight sometimes hurts his negotiation. Because I really believe you can convince Shane to fight Klitschko. He's so eager to fight. The Pacquiao fight, yeah, I'll fight you. Yeah, I don't care if your mom's one of the judges. I don't care who fights in the back. Yeah, I'll take the test. I'll take another test. I'll take an exceptional test. I don't care. Yeah, I get one hand, you get two. Fine. And I say, Shane, listen. Listen, man. I understand you want to fight these guys, but you're so eager to fight that a lot of times the fights don't happen. But now here we are. Floyd accepted the challenge. He's an exceptional athlete. You know, to get into the nonsense of your hook to my defense to your strength is ridiculous. You're dealing with two exceptional athletes, and at this level, they're special. And they've proven it, and it's been proven. So when you get people talking nonsense about, well, this guy can do this, it's your opinion, it's your pick. Some people drive a Cadillac, other people drive a Ford, because it's their choice, it's their opinion, it's their pick. You know, I will support anything they say. If Floyd says, he said in one of the interviews, he's the greatest fighter of all time. I have no problem with a man making that statement if he believes it. And I feel like he believes it. But what it does do is it makes it easier for you not to have to ask the question after May 1st, what is Shane Mosley? We won't even have to discuss it. Because Floyd has already set the format for it. This will be a battle for greatness. And I feel like Shane Mosley is, at 47 is at a premier weight class. At 147 pounds, I feel as though Shane Mosley can knock out certain farm animals, let alone a man. Anything that weighs 147 pounds, I feel Shane Mosley can knock it off. I mean, it's just a premier weight for him. Now, I don't know. He fought a junior middleweight before. I don't know if there's a weight for him. I don't know about these things. He might be able to beat some middleweight. I know he'll try. That's him. But I believe at 147 pounds is a premier weight for him. And I can see him defeating any man at 147 pounds. But at May 1st, we'll see how he matches up against one of the athletic athletes I've ever seen in amateur boxing and in pro boxing. I watched Floyd. I have nothing negative to say. And if you turn to 24/7 to see that buffoonery of two trainers going back and forth in that nonsense, you can count me out. Because I don't feed into that. I'm not into that. These are athletes. I want to hold respect for both of them to the final bell. I want to support my guy. I want to believe in my guy. Just because the camera cuts on, I don't start showing my ass. I'm going to be the man that I am from the beginning to the end. And I'm going to do the best I can to get this athlete in the best shape possible. I thank you for your patience and your attention.
Sorry, Peter, nobody's going to knock out any animals, so don't worry about it. With a record of 46-5 and 39 knockouts, he's the current WBA welterweight world champion and 5-time world champion. During his 16th career, he has compiled world championships, multiple world championships. He's had historical fights. His most recent victory against Antonio Margarito was a classic that broke records at the Staples Center. He's trained by one of the best, or the best, in the world in Brother Nazim. Hails from Pomona, California. And he beat the likes of many great champions, including myself, the first time when I was in my prime. Sugar Shane Mosley.
Thank you, Oscar. You know, it's been a long time, you know, since I got a chance to, you know, to get a chance to show the world that I'm the best fighter, and that's all I really want. You know, is to be the best and to have, you know, people understand that, you know, it's not just, you know, one great fighter here, and, you know, and another great fighter, Manny Pacquiao. It's another one. It's, you know, it's Shane Mosley. You know, I just want to say, I'm going to take my hat off to Mayweather, because, you know, for a minute I thought that I was going to ever get a fight from any of these top fighters, and everybody was afraid to get in the ring with me. But Mayweather, you know, he took the time. He said, "Yeah, I'll take that challenge. I'll fight you." So it happened. That's the misconception. The ducking of Floyd and all that stuff, that's a misconception that people that have to say. Misconception. So, I would like to say that, you know, it's going down May 1st. It's going to be me and Money Mayweather. And, you know, May 1st, it symbolized something. May 1st symbolized something. Hopefully it won't. The truth probably won't hurt. It's probably going to feel good. I probably can go to the doctor and pay for it after I finish the fight. But May 1st symbolizes something, you know? After this fight, you know, there won't be no, oh, it's, you know, it's the clear, or it's this, it's that. It's gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear that ass whooping I'm about to give to him. May 1st, it symbolizes May 1st loss.
Behind every great fighter, there's always a great trainer. And I'd like to acknowledge Roger Mayweather, a former two-time world champion, a guy who definitely doesn't get the credit that he deserves as, in my opinion, the best trainer in the world. But next up, this man doesn't need no introduction. By far, the best fighter in the world. He's broke all records. 6-time world champion in 5 different weight classes. Last 3 fights, over 4.5 million pay-per-view buys, generating over $225 million in pay-per-view revenue. None other than the best fighter in the world, Money Mayweather.
First off, I would like to thank God, because without God, all this wouldn't be possible. I'd like to thank the media. I'd like to thank all the sponsors. HBO, I've been with them many, many years. Team Mayweather. Thank all the fans and the writers. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and supporting this event. And it takes two to make a mega fight. And Shane Mosley is one of the best welterweights, you know, of our era. And the only thing I want to do is fight the best and continue to fight the best. And you know, you can't judge a person. You can't judge a person if you don't know a person. You get to know a person before you judge a person. So a lot of times you may see me on TV and think that that's how a person really is. I'm no different from nobody else. I go home, I love my children, I love my mother just like everybody else. And boxing is something that's done me well, been great to me. I got a great team, got a lot of great support. And I'm going to continue to go out there and dominate and be the best. And, you know, as far as the enhancement drugs, yes, I did. I stepped up to the plate and said, yo, I want to show the world that my sport is clean. And I think that we should make a stand in all sports just to show that, you know, athletes are clean, so we can separate the average from the good, from the great. Now, I can't say how many fights Shane has won in the past, because we know in the past that, you know, Shane was using enhancement drugs. That's something that we do know. That's something that we do know.
Come up with something else.
And it's no different from Pacquiao. I offered Pacquiao to fight. I said, yo, you know, we willing to give you $25 million, but I never known a man that didn't want to take a $25 million drug test. I never knew a man. And the difference between me and the rest of these fighters is they're just fighters. Floyd Mayweather is an entertainer. Out the sport of boxing, I'm able to generate millions of dollars. And the thing is this. Yeah, he may be the champion. They say he's the WBA champion, but we all know belts don't do nothing but collect dust. You know, I'm in the check cashing business, baby. I'm in the check cashing business when it's all said and done. You can hate it or love it. This God-given ability, and all I'm doing is taking my skills, displaying my skills, and showing the world this is what God blessed me with. That's all I'm doing. And Shane has a tremendous team. He has a good team. And when Shane faced Oscar De La Hoya, yes, he faced him. They had on 8-ounce gloves. But when I faced Oscar, they gave me some 10-ounce pillows. If y'all didn't notice, so you can go back and just look at the fight and just, you know, y'all can check the fight out if that's something y'all choose to do. But like I said before, all work is easy work. I don't care what opponent you go get. You go get him. It's always an excuse. When I beat him, they're gonna say he's too small. If I beat him, they're gonna say he was too slow. And now, as soon as I beat him, they're gonna say, oh, he's over the hill. So it's always an excuse.
You just said an excuse. The drugs are too bad.
Hey. Huh? Okay. The thing is this. This is something that I call my mother every day just to hear her tell me. When the world can be against you, but when God is on your side, can't no man stop you.
Thank you, Floyd. Thank you, Shane. Thank you all for coming today. A great showdown May 1st. And watch the great promotions which are going to come to a store near you. And by the way, talking about store near you, fight will be available on HBO pay-per-view, and it will be available in the movie theaters as well.
Down shooters.
Look up, guys, look up.
Down shooters.
Fighters, look up. Look up.
In the back. Give me a stare in the back to the people, please.
Move, come on, look down, baby. Come on, shoot. Floyd, this way. Over here.
Over the side.